This is Pittsburgh, where the Allegheny and Monongahela rivers join to form the Golden Triangle. Pittsburgh, famed for its steel mills and the shimmering glow of its blast furnaces. Pittsburgh that in 1960 gained new distinction, for the Pirates won their first pennant in 33 years. And they faced the same World Series foe they encountered back in 1927, the fabled New York Yankees. The Bombers again are favored as we open that historic Forbes Field that once was the stamping grounds of the immortal Honus Wagner. Typewriters already are clicking in the press box. The rival managers are the hardy perennial Casey Stengel of the Yankees. In 12 years with the Bombers, old Case has now made the series 10 times. And here's Danny Murtaugh of Pittsburgh, who's a newcomer to these fall classics. On hand early is Ford Frick, commissioner of baseball, who's the supreme authority in the conduct of the World Series. Vern Law, 20-game winner, opens for Pittsburgh. Art Ditmar, who tops Stengel's staff with 15 victories, goes for the Yankees. The umpires are ready for the call to play ball, but first there's the traditional national anthem. The Pirates take the field, and the first game of the series is underway. Tony Kubek watches Vern Law's first pitch. Law fires again, and Kubek slaps a ground ball toward third that caroms off the bag for a base hit. Don Hoke has no chance to make a play. Hector Lopez, after failing in an attempt to bunt, hits a ground ball past the mound to Mazeroski. He tags Kubek and throws to first for the double play. Roger Maris, the New York Yankee slugger, swings and misses on a high pitch that runs the count to 1-1. Law comes down again, but this time Maris connects. And it's a high arching drive to right field. The ball clears the screen easily and drops into the front part of the upper deck for a home run. There was never any doubt about this drive. The Yankees are out in front 1-0. They give Maris a happy reception. In the Pittsburgh half of the first inning, Bill Verdon walks, and Ditmar is off to a shaky start. Checks the runner at first. And there goes Verdon down to second. Yogi Berra's throw sails into center field, and Verdon races on to third. It's a stolen base and an error for failing to cover second. Dick Grote, an excellent right field hitter, proves it again when he deftly punches an outside pitch into the opposite field for a double. Verdon trots home with a tying run. The Yankee bullpen is alive. And out to the mound goes Casey Stengel to talk to his pitcher. But he allows Ditmar to stay in the game. Bob Skinner bounces a single over second, just out of reach of everybody. And Grote sprints home to put the Bucks in the lead 2-1. With one out, Skinner alertly steals second. This pays off as Roberto Clemente singles through the middle on another bouncing hit. It sends Skinner home, and the Pirates have a 3-1 lead. Stengel returns to the mound, and this time removes his starter and calls in Jim Coates, who ends the Pirate rally. In the Yankee second, with 2 men on first and second and 1 out, Richardson flies to Skinner, and Berra is doubled on second base at a very close play. With Dick Grote on first base and 1 out in the Pittsburgh third. Stewart lines a hard single to left field. Grote digs now for third base, but he underestimates the arm of Hector Lopez as well as the sharpness of Stewart's hit. Lopez cuts him down despite a desperate slide by the Pirate captain. is on the deck in the Yankee fourth as Mantle walks following a single by Maris. Law checks at second, then pitches. Berra hammers a terrific drive to right center field. Both Burden and Clemente race for it, but Burden hauls it down with a great running catch. Later in the inning, the Yankees add a run to make it 3-2. In the Pittsburgh fourth, coach retires Burgess but walks Don Hope. Mazeroski fouls off a pitch. It's strike two, but coach makes the next one too good, and Mazeroski slams a long one to left. It sails over the scoreboard and drops among the trees of Shenley Park, a wallop of more than 400 feet. Here comes Mazeroski trotting home behind Hope, and the lead by 3 runs. The score is 5-2, and with a 3-run lead, Vern Law is pitching superbly. In the New York sixth, Mantle is called out on strikes. Then, after Berra flies out, Skowron is also a strikeout victim. Law retires the heart of Murderer's Row on just 11 pitches. In the Yankee eighth, with the Pirates leading 6-2, Lopez opens with a single to right, and the Bombers are trying to get a rally underway. Maris also singles, and Murtaugh regards the situation as too dangerous as he calls for Elroy Face, the biggest little rescuer in baseball. Law's injured ankle is apparently giving him trouble. First to confront Roy is the mighty Mantle. Face strikes him out. Now comes Berra with a 2-0 count on him. Yogi swings away and lifts a routine fly to Roberto Clemente in right. Skowron tries to salvage something for the Yankees, but he too strikes out. With 12 pitches, Face stops the heart of the Yankee batting order, along with a scoring threat. Elston Howard pinch hits in the ninth with 1 out and Bobby Richardson on first. A swing and a drive to the outside in right field over the right field screen for a home run, which scores Richardson ahead of him to cut the Pirate lead to 6-4. The Yankees feel they're back in the ballgame. Tony Kubek singles to center, and they seem even more certain of it. Face doesn't appear to be too disturbed as he calmly works on Lopez, who slaps the ball to Mazeroski. It's a double play. Mazeroski wrote to Stewart, and the Pirates win 6-4. The Bucks swarm around Face to congratulate him on his plucky relief hurling, while the defeated Yankees trudge silently back to their dressing room. Rain threatens the second game, but fortunately it stops in time. Del Webb and Dan Topping, co-owners of the Yankees, appear happy and confident. The championship record of the Bombers is something of which they are understandably proud. And so it's Friend against Turley in Game 2. And with Bob Friend on the mound, the Yankees start rolling as Kubek flips a little pop fly into left field. It gives him an opening hit in each game so far. Kubek tries to catch the Pirates off guard as he sprints for second. But Burgess fires to Mazeroski, and Tony is out on the first attempted steal by the Yankees in the series. Casey doesn't appear too happy about it. With Fred Green pitching in the fifth, Maris is on first, and the Yankees are leading 3-1. Mickey Mantle levels on one for a homer to right field, scoring Maris ahead of him. It's number 12 for Mantle in World Series play, breaking a previous tie with Duke Snider and putting him only 3 behind Babe Ruth, the greatest slugger of them all. The Yankee margin is now 5-1. Elston Howard blasts open the sixth with a prodigious triple that crashes off the screen around the light tower in right center. Burden almost seems to scale the wall in a valiant but futile attempt for the ball. Richardson lines a double to left as the Bombers appear in an explosive mood. And Howard trots home from third to extend the score to 6-1. That's all for Fred Green. Danny Murtaugh signals for Clem Levine. It's nothing new for him, for as a former Dodger, he has faced the Yankees in other World Series. Berra shows no respect. Yogi singles with the bases loaded, scoring McDougal and Kubek. Because of an intervening hit and an error, there are now 4 runs across the inning with 2 men still on base. Skowron singles to keep the Yankees on the rampage. Maris jogs home and Berra gallops to third, and the Bombers are bombing 10-1. Here is Murtaugh back on the mound for another pitching change. He summons George Witt, a young right-hander who manages to get the side out at the expense of 2 more runs, which makes it a 7-run inning for the Yankees and a bulging 12-1 margin. Joe Gibbon is pitching for Pittsburgh in the 7th. 2 on and 1 out as Mantle rockets a tremendous drive to right center field. Burden goes back, and then watches, of course, in utter amazement as the ball sails high over the 436-foot sign. No other right-handed batter ever cleared the wall at that point. 3 more runs cross the plate on this blast. After adding another run in the 9th, the Yanks lead 16-1. Meanwhile, Turley has allowed 13 hits in 8 1/3 innings, but has scattered them very effectively until the 9th. And with 2 runs across, Stengel removes Bullet Bob and brings in southpaw Bobby Shantz, the clever little curveball artist who relieved in 42 games this season. Shantz into the stretch, gets set. And Don Hoke hits a comebacker. Bobby turns it into a double play. New York wins it 16-3, and the series is tied at 1-all. Pittsburgh fans are gloomy, but they had witnessed some fabulous slugging by Mickey Mantle. For the 3rd game, the scene shifts to New York and Yankee Stadium. From the days of Babe Ruth, this has become a traditional setting for baseball's classic. In 37 years, there have been 23 World Series played here. Among the early arrivals is John W. Galbraith, personable president of the Pirates. He's joined by General Manager Joe L. Brown. They radiate optimism, and so does Pittsburgh Vice President Tom Johnson. This 3rd game will be an all-southpaw duel. Vinegar Ben Mizell will start for Pittsburgh, and Whitey Ford, a veteran of these pressure events, is Stengel's choice. It's appropriate that Ted Williams, one of baseball's all-time stars, should toss out the first ball. Whitey Ford cuts loose with his first pitch to Burden, and the bid for the series lead is underway. With runners on 1st and 3rd and 1 out in the New York half of the 1st, Bill Skowron bounces a single to center field, and Bob Serve scores to make it 1-0. With Mantle on 3rd and Skowron on 1st, Mizell can't find the plate. McDougal walks on 4 pitches, and the bases are loaded. Clem Levine is summoned from the bullpen as manager Murtaugh decides to make a pitching change immediately. The Bucks are in trouble with the bases loaded and only 1 out. Elston Howard swings mightily and sends a little dribbler down the 3rd baseline. It's good for a hit as well as a run. That still leaves the bases loaded with eager Yankees as Bobby Richardson strides to the plate. Bobby fouls off a pitch, and the count goes down to 3-2. But there's no foul on the next one. He smashes a hard drive to left field, and Saloli goes back, but he doesn't have a chance. It's a grand slam home run for the littlest Yankee of them all. Scoring Skowron, McDougal, and Howard ahead of him, and the New Yorkers lead 6-0. The Bombers congratulate the Mighty Mite, who hit one other home run back on April 30th. It's a mighty quiet Pittsburgh bench. With one out in the Yankee second and Green pitching, Mantle tries to shake up the Pirates a bit, attempting to steal third, but the Bucks aren't napping, and he's out. Smith to Hope. Billy Burton crashes a double off the auxiliary scoreboard in right center to lead off the Pittsburgh fourth. It's the first hit off Ford, but the Yankee lefty remains unruffled and unscored on. In the Yankee fourth, with Ford at third, Mantle meets one of Green's pitches with another of his whip-crafting swings. The ball streaks for the left field stands in a sudden hurry, and Samoli gives up the chase as it sails on into the visiting bullpen. The Yankees lead 8-0. Mantle is hard on the heels of Babe Ruth's World Series record. After a couple of more hits, Green heads for the showers, and George Witt tries to stem the tide. Another hit follows, and for the second time, Richardson steps to the plate with the bases jammed. Witt is set to pitch. Does, and Bobby lines the ball into left field for a single, scoring Skowron and McDougal to give the Yankees a 4-run inning and a 10-0 lead. And for little Bobby, it's another record. With one out in the Pittsburgh ninth, Dick Grote is retired on a hard smash, Skowron to Ford. With 2 on and 2 out, Ford's shutout suddenly is in jeopardy, but not for long. Samoli strikes out, and the Yankees win it 10-0. Whitey Ford has pitched New York into a 2-1 lead in the series, and the Bombers appear irresistible as Bobby Richardson joins the ranks of his power-hitting mates. The Yankees have an edge and are eager to press their advantage in the fourth game. The team picture makes a handsome cover for the New York program. Mickey Mantle flexes his muscles before the action begins. Law and Ralph Terry are the fourth game starters. In the Yankee half of the first, Bob Cerv greets Law by dropping a looping single into center field on the first pitch. Law pitches to Kubek, who lines a double to left field, and Cerv gallops to third. Samoli throws to second, but Tony slides in safely. In just 3 pitches, Law is in deep trouble. With 1 away, Mantle is purposely passed. That brings the dangerous Yogi Berra to the plate, who tops a slow ground ball down to Don Hope. Daringly, Don decides to go for the double play. He tags third, and then unleashes a throw to first base. Dick Stewart stretches. It's close, but the umpire calls Berra out to complete the double play. Law has pitched himself out of a jam that, for a few moments, looked like the start of another typical Yankee rout. In the Yankee fourth, with the bases empty, Skowron takes the first pitch. Then Bill pounds a home run over the 344-foot sign in right field for the first run of the ballgame. It was the sort of outside pitch the former Purdue star loves to hit to the opposite field. He now has 5 World Series home runs. With a count of 3-2, Samoli opens the Pittsburgh fifth with a line single to right. It's the first hit off Terry. Here's a pitch to Smokey Burgess, and he pokes a dribbler to Skowron, who tries for a force out at second base. But Somoli is ruled safe on another eyelash decision, and the Buccos have 2 on with nobody out. Now let's get another angle on that play since Kubek is disputing the umpire's call. After 2 out, Law picks on a pitch and bombs a double that caroms off the curving wall in left, and Somoli scores while Burgess halts at third. Law delivers a timely blow and ties the game at 1-1. Verdon, with a 2-strike count on him, bloops a single in front of the charging Mantle. Burgess and Law race home, and the Pirates are out in front, 3-1. After Richardson opens the Yankee 5th with a single, Law strikes out Terry. Bob Serve is also a strikeout victim. Kubek is next, and he too misses a third one as Law fans the side. Bill Skowron blasts open the 7th for the Yankees with a liner down the right field line that bounces in and out of the stands. It's a ground rule double. McDougal drops a pop fly. It's a little single into right field, and Coach Frankie Crossetti holds Skowron up at third as Clemente cuts loose a powerful throw to the plate. Danny Murtaugh talking briefly with Vernon Law. With McDougal on first and Skowron on third, Richardson forces McDougal to Skowron scores. So now the Yankees trail by only 3-2. Blanchard bats for Bobby Shantz, who had replaced Terry in the top of the 7th. Johnny singles to right, and Richardson holds second. The tying and winning runs are now on base as the rally keeps rolling. Murtaugh returns to the mound and once again replaces Law with little Elroy Face. The Pittsburgh relief ace gets ready as Bob Serve steps to the plate with 2 on and 1 out. He promptly hammers a tremendous shot to right center field, and it looks like extra bases. But Billy Burden is racing across and makes an almost unbelievable leaping catch. It's the sort of breathtaking play that makes baseball a thrilling game for millions. With Jim Coates pitching for the Yankees in the 9th, Don Hope wallops another long drive into the right center field section. And this time it's Mickey Mantle's moment to turn it on. He does with a spectacular running one-handed catch. Going into the last half of the 9th, Face is still battling to protect Pittsburgh's 3-2 edge. He pitches, and Bill Skowron greets him with a sizzling shot down the third base line. It's just a blur of white, but Hope gets his glove down for a backhanded stab and throws the moose out. It's one of the most sensational plays in the series. After 2 out, Dale Long bats for Richardson. He shoots for the right field seats, but lifts a towering fly instead to Bob Clemente, and the Pirates win 3-2. The World Series is all square again at 2-2. Rebounding from 2 crushing defeats, the Pirates depart in a jubilant mood with Vern Law and Elroy Face. Collaborating successfully a second time, they had the pitching along with the miraculous fielding to neutralize the Yankee power. Yankee Stadium is jam-packed for the critical 5th game that will mean the edge for one of the contenders. However, the 2 managers, Danny Murtaugh and Casey Stengel, seem perfectly relaxed. Art Ditmar, defeated in the opener, starts again for the Yankees. And Harvey Haddix, who once pitched 12 perfect innings, goes for Pittsburgh. Ditmar gives up his first hit when Dick Stewart picks on a pitch in the 2nd inning and singles to left field. Somoli forces Stewart, but Burgess resumes the attack with a line double that streaks into the right field corner, and the Bucks have runners at 2nd and 3rd. Don Hoke grounds to short, and Kubek tries to nail Burgess going to 3rd. However, McDougal drops the ball while trying to make the tag. Burgess is safe, Somoli scores, and Hoke dashes all the way to second while McDougal is charged with an error. Bill Mazeroski swings on the first pitch and bounces the ball over third for a double. It's the sort of a hit they sometimes call a groundkeeper's hop. Burgess and Hoke score, and the Pirates have jumped off to a quick 3-0 lead. Luis Arroyo replaces Ditmar at this point, and that ends the scoring in the inning. In the Pittsburgh third, Dick Groat gives the Pirates another opening when he leads off by lining a double to left field. The ball caroms around the curving wall before Bob Serve can retrieve it. Dick Groat reaches second base standing up. Arroyo gets 2 quick strikes on Clemente, but then the Pirate star singles to left field. Serve has no play, and the Pirates lengthen their margin to 4-1 as Groat scores easily. With 1 out in the Yankee third, Maris finds a 3-1 pitch to his liking and slugs a home run high into the right field stands. It lands in one of the front rows of the third deck. It's Rogers' second round tripper of the series and reduces the Pittsburgh lead 4-2. Haddix, who has allowed only 3 hits in 5 innings, strikes out Mantle in the 6th. And with 2 out, Elston Howard is completely baffled by an off-speed pitch as he watches strike 3. With 2 Yankee runners on the bases and 1 out in the 7th, Murtaugh believes that Haddix is tired, so Roy Face makes his 3rd appearance in the series. Haddix is generously applauded by the New York crowd. Face smothers the Yankee threat, fanning Maris for the 3rd out. Joe Christopher goes in to run for Burgess in the Pirate 9th. And when Ryan Duran unleashes a wild pitch, Christopher breaks for third base. He dives headfirst and slides in safely despite Yogi Berra's quick recovery. Don Hoke then drills a single through the middle, and Christopher jogs home with a run that increases the Pirate lead to 5-2. John Blanchard bats for Duran in the last half of the 9th. With 2 out, he's the last hope of the Yankees, but Blanchard flies to Clemente in right field, and the Pirates win 5-2 and take a 3-2 edge in the series. Once again, it was relief ace Elroy Face who wrapped it up. He's been the finisher in all of the Pirate victories. For the 6th game, the World Series shifts back to Forbes Field in Pittsburgh. The Pirates show an eagerness for action as they work out. They need only 1 more victory to take the series. Here is Joe Cronin, American League president. He's no stranger here, having once played for the Pirates. Bob Friend, loser of the 2nd game, will start for Pittsburgh. And Whitey Ford, who's 1-0 in the series, is Stengel's choice to keep the Yankee chances alive. The Pirates take the field for the start of another game in a wild and woolly head-on collision between 2 great teams. In the 3rd, with the Yankees leading 1-0, Kubek goes to first after being hit by a pitch. Maris rips into a waist-high delivery and smashes a double off the right field screen, and Kubek takes 3rd. It was another home run bid by Roger that didn't quite have enough loft. Friend, who survived only 4 innings in the 2nd game, is in serious trouble once more. Bob's next problem is Mantle. He slashes a single over second that tallies Kubek and Maris, and the Yankees are away to a 3-0 lead. Yogi Berra up, and he takes the same center field route with a single. But Mazeroski comes close to this one as he tries for a diving stop. Mantle takes 3rd on the hit. And this brings out Danny Murtaugh. The luckless Bob Friend is removed again as Tom Chaney comes on. After the Yankees add a 3rd run in the inning to make it 4-0, Bobby Richardson pulls a long drive to left field. It sails over the head of Gino Somoli and is in there for a triple. Berra and Blanchard tally to make it 11 runs batted in for little Bobby in the series. It's a new record. In the Yankee fourth, Maris lifts a high pop foul behind the plate. Hal Smith makes a desperate try for the ball, finally spilling over the railing and plunging headlong into the box seats. After Blanchard doubles in the Yankee seventh, Richardson cracks out another triple. This one is off Clem Levine. It drives in his 12th run of the World Series. Each time the stocky 165-pounder hits the ball, it seems to go farther. Whitey Ford checks signals with Blanchard. With one out in the ninth, Samoli singles to right field to revive Pirate hopes of ruining Ford's bid for a second shutout in the series. That brings up Pittsburgh catcher Hal Smith. He grounds to Cletus Boyer, who throws to Bobby Richardson. Bobby relays on to Skowron, and it's a game-ending double play. New York wins 12-0 to tie the series 3-3. Ford's pitching again proves invincible. And so this is it, the seventh and decisive battle in the World's Championship. The fans already are caught up in the excitement. Warren Giles, president of the National League, beams with supreme confidence in his rebounding Bucks. Vern Law will carry the hopes of the Pirates, while the Yankees put their faith in Bob Turley. The Pirates come charging out of their dugout, and the tense struggle is underway. With 2 out in the Pittsburgh first inning, Bob Skinner draws a walk. Rocky Nelson takes a pitch that comes in too low for a ball. Turley takes his time, then with a count of 2-1, Rocky lashes at the next pitch and pulls the ball to right field. Maris retreats to the wall, but it's a vain effort. It's a powerful drive high over the screen for a home run. Bob Skinner scores ahead of Rocky, and the Pirates grab an early 2-0 lead on Nelson's long wallop into the seats. And Stengel isn't a bit happy about it. In the Yankee second with 1 out, Yogi Berra tries to push the ball down the left field line, but Hoke makes a dazzling stop. The spirit of the Pirates is at a high pitch. They're battling on every play. Hoke scrambles back to his feet and throws Berra out. Leading off the Pirates' second inning, Smokey Burgess hits a shot down the first base line. Skowron dives for it, but the ball gets by him for a single. Casey Stengel decides he can't gamble further on Turley and calls in Bill Stafford. With 2 away, Mazeroski is on second, Hoke on third. Stafford struggles to get out of the jam, but Verdon singles to right. Mazeroski and Hoke score, and the Pirates move out to a 4-0 lead. In the Yankee fifth, Skowron takes a full cut at Law's pitch for another long opposite field drive. It's a home run into the right field stands. That's the second homer of the series for the muscular first sacker, both to right field. It reduces the Pittsburgh margin to 4-1. After Richardson opens the Yankee sixth with a single, Tony Kubek walks. Murtaugh has a long conference with Law. And he finally decides that a change is in order, sending out a signal for Mr. Bullpen Elroy Face. After retiring one man, Face is solved for a single to center by Mantle. Grote's desperate dive for the ball is short of the mark, and Richardson scores while Kubek takes third. Face goes into his stretch, throws, and Berra gets around on the pitch for a high fly ball to right field. Yogi leaps up and down like a rookie as he sees the ball settling into the right field upper deck. Kubek scores first. Then Mantle and the happy Yogi come around to cross the plate. Yogi gets a big welcome from his Yankee mates, whom he suddenly has lifted into a 5-4 lead. But New York isn't through yet. The Bucks take the field in the eighth. as they come storming out of their dugout. Quickly, the Bombers have a couple of runners aboard. Blanchard singles to right center, scoring Berra and sending Skowron to third. Cletus Boyer keeps the rally rolling as he lines a double into the left field corner. Skowron scores, and New York has a 7-4 margin in the final game of the series. In the Pittsburgh eighth, Samoli bats for face and singles to right center off Bobby Shantz, who so far has pitched 5 shutout innings in relief. Pirate fans are hopeful of a typical Buck rally. Shantz checks the runner. And then Bill Verdon slaps a ground ball to short that looks like an easy double play ball. A bad hop, and Kubek is struck on the neck. Richardson comes over to give him aid. It's a bad break for Tony and the Yankees. Slow motion film reveals the sharpness with which the ball bounded up so that he couldn't even get his hands up fast enough to protect himself. Both Yankee trainers rush out to administer first aid. Manager Casey Stengel also joins the group. Kubek wants to remain in the ballgame, but Casey sends him to the clubhouse. Billy Verdon is credited with a hit. The Pirates are driving as DeMaestri replaces Kubek. The game resumes, and Shantz tries to overcome the bad break, but Dick Groat singles to left field, scoring Samoli, while Verdon stops at second. The Pirates have moved into a threatening position again. They've cut the lead to 7-5 and have the tying runs on. Now Stengel is out at the mound. He removes Bobby Shantz, who had hurled shutout ball before luck ran out on him in this frame. Jim Coates takes over and retires the next 2 men. Then Bob Clemente tops the ball for a dribbler towards first. As Verdon scores, Skowron grabs the slow roller, only to find that Coates is also over to make the play. There is nobody covering first, and Clemente beats it out for the base hit. With Groat on third and Clemente on first base, Hal Smith steps to the plate, settles in his stance, and then misses a vicious swing at a high fastball. The crowd is tense. When Coates again delivers the same type of fastball that Smith had just missed, it's a far different story on this swing. There she goes, out toward the red brick wall in left center. Berra chasing, but it's gone for a home run, scoring a good 15 feet above the wall near the 406-foot marker. Groat and Clemente leaping up in glee as they reach the plate. The Pittsburgh crowd going wild. And here comes Hal Smith around third base, and a reception committee is awaiting him. The Pittsburgh fans have the steel girders throbbing like tuning forks with thunderous cheers. The Bucks have come back into the lead 9-7. A downhearted Coates leaves the game as Stengel is back to make another pitching change. And Ralph Terry answers the alarm this time and retires the side. The crowd is still in a rather joyous uproar. But Bob Friend, the new Pirate pitcher, gets in trouble immediately when Bobby Richardson opens the Yankee ninth by dropping a looping single among Groat, Skinner, and Verdon in center field. Dale Long bats for Joe DeMaestri and singles to right, and Richardson stops at second. Within a matter of minutes, the Yankees have the tying runs on with nobody out. It's Murtaugh's turn to go to the mound again, and after a brief huddle, he calls upon Harvey Haddix. The slender lefty doesn't work often in relief, but there's a long winter ahead to rest. After Roger retired with Yankee base runners on second and first, Mantle singles to right center. It's a key blow, for it sends Richardson home while Long storms to third with the tying run, and there still is only 1 man out. The clutch-hitting Yogi Berra smashes the ball down the first base line. And Nelson makes a spectacular stop and steps on first base, retiring Yogi. But Mantle evades his frantic tag and dives safely back into the bag. Meanwhile, the run scores and the game is all tied 9-9. Bill Mazeroski, leading off the Pirate ninth, watches the first pitch for a ball. Terry, very cautious, takes a lot of time getting the signal and eyeing the batter, but here comes the pitch. And there she goes. It's a long one to left field that's heading for the wall as Berra keeps going back, 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 and you can kiss it goodbye. It's a home run for Mazeroski, and the Pirates win 10-9 to become the new baseball champions of the world. Pittsburgh fans waited 33 long years for this. The victory of the Pirates was essentially a team triumph. It was a tribute to their indomitable spirit that they kept rebounding from crushing Yankee bombardments and then finally won it by stealing the very long ball thunder of the Bombers. Even Hollywood couldn't have dreamed up a more thrilling finish, and it came with a dramatic impact that makes baseball unmatched in the world of sports.